Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 2, season 2 of What If Deku Was Special. We now come back when Izuku and them are preparing for more or less a little dungeon crawl, but instead of it being your usual goblins and shit, it's a vault because they aren't answering on the inside of Vault 182. They weren't able to get in, so Izuku's gonna have to open that bitch and pray to God the cloning experiment did not go horribly fucking wrong. And proceed to move off until Izuku, Didi, Akrosa, and some of the troops that he had recently trained up ended up going there. Now, at this point in time, it was pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because he just got done with a very interesting conversation with a very stupid fucking recruit. But, regardless, that conversation will be in the description of the video because it's basically what happened. Happened after getting called, telling him to get his shit together. But, yeah, no. When they do go down there, it's not like in, I think, New Vegas. Yeah, no, it's not like New Vegas. It's not like that vault. Everyone starved. Because they had a bit too little food, and their engineer died, so, yeah, no, it was pretty shit. But the machines were still active, same with the defensive protocols. So they kind of had to clear out the Mr. Handy and like 2 Protectrons, but other than that, that's about it. But when it comes down to it, it was pretty routine. Izuku probably would have dealt with it by himself, but he wanted everyone to get some fucking exercise because they know that one of these days the Brotherhood is either going to charge in or we're going to have to push out. Because they aren't being quarantined from the south because of Caesar. And since there are multiple merchants rolling into Izuku's territory, mingling with even the likes of Caesar's Legion, which granted, it's slave running in all reality, because no one really enjoys it. Like, everyone has discomfort for, like, the slave trade. Right? Hell, the President of the United States doesn't like it. But we don't have a penitentiary. And we don't have enough people to, like, do specifics. So the killers and shit, they're gonna be put to work. And, like, mine shafts and shit. And just put through kind of hell until their, like, 3 years are up. Or if they try to escape, which there has been. And there's been a lot of dead people because of it. But, the Legion has like started to become like more tame because Lanius is afraid of Izuku's tenacity because, well, there was almost like a spot where like Izuku was about to actually fist fight Lanius, and it was just it was over something stupid, but he said something that really pissed him off. That basically went against Vault and Enclave Protocol, which was technically a form of genocide, which he was not down with. Matter of fact, they almost like went into a war because of a 1-minute conversation. And like it was fucking loud too. Like people heard that shit. Like when people ended up looking into like the little war room tent, Lanius and Izuku had knives at each other's throats. Like that, it was bad. So granted, respect for both sides have grown significantly. And Lannis is starting to fear the Enclave more and more. Because of the way of Izuku's, like, military intelligence. He's too fucking succinct on shit. He has a problem. Like, and from what Lanius can surmise, Izuku's batshit insane. But people that, like, were in the vault, nah, like, Izuku has gone through Psyche-Evals, but, like, he's always been pretty steady. It's just when you piss him off, it's, like, really bad. But, like, the best thing is that, like, Izuku has found and starting to make, hey, prosthetics. Not like crazy prosthetics, but like prosthetics specifically for wartime. Right? So like, when it comes down to generals specifically, these generals, and hell, even most of the ground troops, would have injectors. Like in their body. I'm talking cybernetics, basically. And it's literally just like like it's Psycho Jet, Psycho Buff, and a fuck ton of adrenaline and caffeine. It's literally meant to make you feel basically no pain at all. Heighten your senses like a motherfucker and just make you hyper aggressive. That's what it was meant to do. It was meant to increase furiosity on the battlefield, which as soon as like they got past like the super mutant testing phases, they got to the Deathclaw testing phases, which granted, Deathclaws on Psycho were fucking scary. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Because these things are fucking blah. That shit's not okay. It's just a layer of, oh god. Oh god, no. Just, it's really bad. But, more on that note later. Izuku basically put, like, also has, like, for specialized personnel, like people in the Inquisition, because they're the ones that are the first people getting this shit. which the inquisitorial team has been doing extremely well. They're not like Warhammer 40k blowing up countrysides, but like, they're doing really good. And the like neighborhood watch type things. And since they labeled the boss as communists, specifically Chinese communists, because according to most people, Izuku did twist some shit. They are what's left of the Chinese government, and they are at the moment based off of Washington, D.C. and Anchorage, Alaska. So, yeah, no, that was... Since Izuku has set a fire, like, I'm talking the old type of fire that the Americans had when it came to patriotism. If you didn't hold up a flag in your backyard, that's a commie. Like, that is the level of neighborhood watch. Everyone's suspicious of everyone. But it's not Salem, because they have more sense. And he also has made, like, Izuku kind of made a meh schooling system where it isn't that bad. It isn't great, but it works. Which also then further hammer through the fact that, hey, the Brotherhood of Steel are communists, which are just, it's just working. It's just working so well. Because children are, and I quote, the most fucking easy to manipulate. The younger you get them, the better. Like, I'm not even, it sounds fucked up, but it's true. Sadly. But regardless, on the hands of Izuku and the Inquisition, he is also, like, the Church of Adam has started to spread a lot more. I'm not gonna lie to you, because that's just them. And Izuku kinda worships, so it's kinda like, okay. It's like, it's one of those awkward situations to where some people would see him at a church and, like, see him with, like, the equivalency of the good book. But in this, it's probably, like, the warning sign on a nuclear power plant. And, like, that's the cover, basically. But, yeah. Izuku is kind of a worshiper. And when it comes down to it, Izuku doesn't really... He gets another mutation. This mutation was pre-rolled, and I was surprised by it. And I had the roll for severity of the mutation. It was at maximum capacity. This specific one made a scary amount of sense, but fuck. Izuku ended up, God, how do I say this? Like, one day, just flat out, after worshiping, he stood up, walked out, went to his room, and no one's seen him for 3 days. Which, like, he was eventually found on, like, the second day and realized, oh, shit, something's wrong. So they, like, run over. He doesn't have radiation poisoning. They don't know what the fuck's going on. And then they take the x-rays. His bones look weird. Like, no, I mean, like, his bones are thicker than they should be. It's just so fucking awkward. And when it came down to Izuku, after, like, the 3-day period, he woke up and he looked fine. And then they, like, ended up going down into Vault, I want to say it was, like, 247? The one nearby. His vault that was doing mutations research. And they ID'd a possible mutation for Izuku, which was probably a guaranteed because he showed all the signs of the symptoms. And personally, he doesn't really want to have to, like, cut open his knuckle to see his bones. But, yeah, no. He has a resistance to blunt force trauma. Like, a lot of it. So, I want you to imagine if you were to take a super sledge, like a sledgehammer with a jet engine on the back of it, to someone's head, usually that head would go. Izuku's head, that would go thunk. It would be equivalency of just like someone hitting him with a police baton. Granted, that's still damage, but it's not super sledge damage, like super sledge being held by a goddamn super mutant. Like, Izuku could resist most blunt force traumas, and his skin is kinda bullet resistant. It's weird. Because, like, ballistic weapons don't really hurt him anymore. They deal with him like BBs, except for, like, armor-piercing rounds, what's mainly used against them, that and energy-based weaponry. But still, that is, incredible. Like, the bullets do pierce skin, but they don't go that far. It's like he has a very, very minor form of shock absorption. Meaning, like, let's say you, like, shot Izuku in his stomach. The bullet would be a lot more slowed down to the point where, like, when the back of the bullet would reach, like, when it's, like, smoothed out in Izuku's body, you know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna be like, hey, I just stabbed you with, like, a very blunt instrument. The bullets are basically gonna act like corks. So, granted, they do kind of get smushed, but it's not really. Like, Izuku damn near keeps the bullet intact when he gets shot by them. Which, like, Izuku still does, like, have to go deal with, like, raiders and shit. Which he forces either into slave labor or into you fight for your country. You damn commies. Anyway, fuck. You know the stupid thing is that I got, like, a comment on one of my videos, and it was like, "You're so American," and that's like, Uh, mm, I don't know if it feels good to be American right now. I don't. America's kind of incompetent at the moment because of recent events. Insert what the fuck happened. Not at the White House, but the Senate building, I think it was. The sad thing, those were all patriots. That's the sad thing. Making us look bad. But anyway. But like, more importantly, when it comes down to the US, sorry, not the US, the video, I'm done ranting, and like, America's fucking kind of stupid right now. But when it hits in all reality, it's sad. Because Izuku does notice, hey, there's like no more bandits here. I have nothing to shoot at anymore. Except for like the random feral fucking Deathclaw. And that's I only get to shoot tranks at them. Like, Izuku kind of became a psychopath. Like, he's like, yes, I enjoy killing people. Which is the weirdest thing you could, like, be on just like that. God damn. For real. But, first things first, when it comes down to just Izuku's little attempt at cybernetics, it's going pretty well. He does have other ideas for other prosthesis. Because, I'm not gonna lie to you, the war ended up giving and having a lot of people with, like, fucked up limbs. Which, Izuku's kind of just making the prosthetics free. Even though, capitalism. Yeah, no, we could worry about capitalism later. We need to, like, unfuck the government first. We need to storm the White House. No, fucking god damn it. Oh, fuck. I'm terrible. But anyway. Jesus Christ. The fuck is wrong with me? But, when it comes down to Izuku in general, he's doing pretty good. He's not going anywhere. They're just, like, shoring everything up. They're trying to get vehicles functioning. They're doing their damnedest to make sure, hey, when it comes down to everything else that we need to get done, this is first. Like, this is the thing we need to get done today. It's probably gonna rain soon. But, yeah, no. I believe that, should I? Yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, you might not get a second episode today again, because I am, well, it's just gonna be on Wednesdays for Central Standard. Yeah, no, like, because at, like, 6, like, there are 2 D&D things that I sit on my ass and watch, and both of them are, like, 3-4 hours each. And they're like, I fuck with this, but yeah. But yeah, when it comes down to it, I'ma be vibing with it. So I hope all of you have enjoyed, and hail the Enclave.